Hi babe, it's Khadijah and welcome back to my channel. This is a different type of video because I'm sitting here on my MacBook. But I was like, I just want to talk and just vibe, and this is just like we're just chill. So I want to talk to you guys about just like really pouring into yourself and taking time to have an era of solitude and stillness. So a few months ago, I moved into my own place, and it was one of the mentally toughest transitions maybe I've had in a while when I first was like, I need to move out on my own. So, long story short, me and my best friend, we were living in the same apartment for the past 2 years, and it was great. Like, literally perfect roommate. I love her. But she was like, we decided, we were like, this apartment isn't really serving us anymore. So she was like, I'm gonna move in with my boyfriend, and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna move in by myself, I guess. Like I was just so unsure because it kind of just like came out of nowhere, but at the same time, I didn't realize that I was like setting myself up for this essentially in my journal and just like out loud in my head or when I was by myself, I would just like be like, oh, like by 25 or by 26, I'm 25, I was 25 last year, this year, whatever. By 26, I'm going to have lived alone and lived in my own apartment. And I was just manifesting. I was just like, oh, like I'd love to live in a beautiful apartment by myself. And it wasn't even an intentional thought. And I would journal it and I would forget about it. And I literally would do this like constantly, and I would just journal about different like manifestations I had or just like little random thoughts. So when the time came for us to leave this apartment because we both were like, oh, we have to go, she was like, I'm gonna move with my boyfriend. And for some reason, when I was like, I like just was freaking out in my head. I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do, where am I gonna go? This came out of nowhere. And in reality, it didn't come out of nowhere. Like, I was literally asking the universe, hi, I'd like to live alone, without even realizing that I was really, like, setting my life and scripting my life. And it happens. And the thing about, like, when you're journaling and when you're just writing down and when you're putting thoughts into the universe, it's going to bring it to you, essentially. And it's never going to come how you thought, when you thought. It's just going to happen. And I want to say that was literally the most special time and most transformative time for me, just in showing and proving to myself, one, that I could live by myself. I've never lived alone before, and I don't know why that just sounded like such a foreign concept, although I kept asking the universe to give it to me and to prove that I could like do this on my own. It was like a little bit of a scary feeling, but I feel like when you are asking for something, you have to be prepared to receive it at any moment because you never know. Life is so funny and life happens on its own. And when you're like in divine timing with yourself and you have been asking for this certain thing, just know that it's going to come to you. And I feel like the mind is so powerful, and as like throughout the entire year of me just saying like, oh yeah, like I want to live by myself and I want to, experience this and experience that, like I slowly, the universe was like, here, like here's this, here's that, here is this door and this window, either you're going to take it or you're not. And for a moment, almost I was like, oh, like maybe I should go live with my parents, or like trying to find alternatives to make things fit, and nothing else was fitting and working except for the fact of me living by myself. And that's how you know that like this season was meant for me. So when I did, like I was like, okay, I'm gonna live with myself, I'm gonna do it. Like I was, of course, I was nervous about it, but in my head, I was like, okay, Khadijah, you're going to accept this because this is what you had been asking for, and not begging the universe, but really just putting that thought heavily out there. Like I had multiple like pages of me scripting a certain particular lifestyle that I had for myself in my mind, and it actually brings me so much joy and so much gratitude to even see that my life has came to this certain type of place. And even now that I'm in this place, I kept telling myself also, I had been saying, I'm like, I'm really preparing myself to like live alone right now so I can one enjoy my solitude, enjoy my peace, really just be able to be in flow with myself, and also so that I can prepare myself for who knows what's coming around the corner. Maybe there's a relationship around the corner. Maybe there is, I will be traveling and I'll be like living with who knows, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'm just going to really take the time to be a woman and like show up for myself and really pour into myself in my 20s. And I want to say this is the best era. So if you feel like you're in a season where you need solitude, you need to allow yourself to genuinely feel and take the time to appreciate the state and the space that you're in right now. Because I want to say there have been so many seasons that I have felt so busy. And just like I didn't have enough time for myself, or maybe I was giving energy to a relationship or to friends or to school or to this or to that. And in this season right now, I'm so grateful because all I'm responsible for is myself. I don't have a pet. I'm not in a relationship. I don't have kids. I'm worried about me and my livelihood and feeling good and discovering myself and learning who I am. And this has been the most special time. I swear there's nothing like coming home, laying in my bed at night. Ugh, love my bed. And I'm literally like, I love my life. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have my own place, my own home. I'm so grateful that I'm responsible for myself, that all of my bills are paid, that I am in so much abundance, that there is a stocked fridge. I am just so appreciative of all of the little things. And you know why? Because I have created this universe and this world for myself where I am in the center of my own world. I am like, wow, I have all of these amazing things. Universe, grace of God, everything. Like, my life is so full and so serene, and there's no other way I would want it. There's no other way that I want it. And luckily, I have the type of mindset, it's a growth mindset. I know that there's always more around the corner. There's always another opportunity. There's always bigger. There's always more. But at the age of 25, I'm like, wow, I just love where I am right now because this is all setting me up for my future self. And this is showing me that I am capable of just really, being the captain of my own ship. And I love that. And I feel like there is so many different qualities and like mindsets and I want to say lessons that you learn when you're spending a lot more time with yourself and you're, being your own boss and just like really like adapting to your world and into adulthood. So personally, a couple of my like goals that will be coming up within the next like 365 days, growing my business, I moving states, doing all these little things. So I'm just like, I'm living in my own world right now. Everything that I'm learning as I'm like living by myself and like growing a business and just like really figuring out the trajectory of the rest of my life or, the foreseeable future. I'm telling myself, hi, like you trust yourself to make these decisions, to take care of yourself, to protect yourself. You are safe, you can clearly have a great lifestyle, livelihood. You are in so much abundance. You're so smart, you're kind, you're clearly capable, you do what you say you're going to do. All these things fall under the umbrella of just really putting yourself first and standing in your solitude. And as you just like go within is what like that's the chapter I feel like I'm in right now. Like I feel like I'm like within, I'm learning so much. Like I'm learning so much. And I just want to say, whatever chapter that you're in right now, embrace your chapter. Embrace your chapter. Like don't push it, okay? Just allow yourself to accept that whatever is in front of you is your reality, but know that you're capable of changing it at any singular moment if you just put thought and time and effort into it, but also, script out how you want your life, and you will start to see the universe slowly giving it to you. But just remember to practice gratitude, be patient, and don't be over anticipating it. I've had to learn that in some other aspects of my life. I'm like, when I put it out there, I forgot that I even wanted to live alone. I'm like, wait, I'm not ready. It's like, no, baby, mama, you're ready. You're ready, So allow yourself to embrace where you are, and just know that everything that you want wants you right back. Like, I swear to you, life is just so funny. Like, life is so funny, and I am like loving every single minute of it. But yes, that's all I have to say. I hope you girls received something from this message, and be sure to subscribe and like this video. And you guys will be seeing more videos from me soon. So I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, also follow me on TikTok and Instagram.